Okay, so this is step 7 on a 7-part sequence, right? What we did, let's refresh. So we took an agent that has never made a sale before, and we set them up a CRM through Formula 100 and got them a social media planner to make organic posts and organic posts. And as they get likes and comments on the post, they reach out to them, they get their first 100 clients, and they begin trying to sell them life insurance. Okay. Step 2, we focus on a sales script, making sure that they're able to get at least a 25% close rate, but we think you should really, really work on getting a 35% close rate, a 40% close rate before you get over into paid ads. It's barely doable at 25%, but it's a lot better at 33 to 40%. So work on your sales pitch, work on your conviction level, work on your consistency. All 3 frameworks are built in there. We learned this directly from Alex Hermosi, who uses the closer script. All of it's free. It's published out there. You can use it, practice it, adapt it to your insurance. The third thing is, now that you know that you can close every 3 to 4 appointments, you can close them, then you want to get into paid ads. Those paid ads will triple your money and get you over the $500,000 a year mark, right? Once you're over that, now you got to start worrying about taxes, business expenses, business write-offs, paying taxes. Did I mention paying taxes? Because that's going to be like your biggest kryptonite as you begin to grow. So properly setting up a trust, a holding company, an S corp, some LLCs, and learning how that whole framework works, and then start working with your CPA and learning very specific tax write-offs, tax expenses, business expenses, depreciation expenses, and how to pay and write off all of this so that you can virtually pay zero in taxes every year and leverage 100% of your money for future growth, right? The Rockefellers do it, the Rothschilds do it. Trump does it. All these people have done it time and time again. And it's a very out there in the open strategy. Some people know it, some people don't, but we're hoping to teach it to you or begin steering you in the direction of learning it so that you don't lose hundreds of thousands of dollars in taxes every single year. As you do that, these business entities are all going to have their own EIN number. That EIN number can start a business credit score on every single EIN number. As you build the business credit score, you will start getting offers to get business lines of credit, business financing. And as you do that, you can leverage all of this money and put it back into your agency. It pays for ads, it pays for leads, it pays for marketing, it pays for websites, it pays for commercial offices, it pays for um, extra residential homes in other states so that when you have a work travel appointment that you don't have to go rent a hotel, you can just have a secondary residential office that you sleep in, that you live in, that is a write-off. It's a business expense that the company had to have in order for it to grow. Your vehicles, your accessories, right? Your hair and makeup. Obviously, I don't spend a lot of time on that, but everything that it takes for you to be business presentable is a business expense. And like putting that structure together and writing off as many things as you can, investing the other things that you can, and those investments are business write-offs. Leveraging your EIN, and then also building a key member life insurance policy that sets up a retirement pension. It pays out in case you don't make it along the way, and it guarantees generational wealth for the future of the holding company that's going to be managed by your loved ones, right? That's inside of a trust and they're the executors of this trust, and they're going to keep receiving dividends from the holding company. The holding company is going to make money through the insurance agency, through the key member life insurance policies, and through the real estate. And if you go down that road and start buying laundry mats, or you start buying um, you buy any other businesses that are profitable, right? So you can get with Cody Sanchez or Dan Pena or other people and really learn the strategies about how to buy other businesses that are already functioning, but because they're boomers, they're going to start getting out of business. And you've got extra money that you've got to spend or pay taxes on, so you can go buy a business, add it to your assets in your portfolio, and structure that so your loved ones, the executors of the trust who manage a holding company, can now start having all of these business entities inside of the holding company. So we do all of that on step 5. Then step 6, we show you how to start working on recruiting your agency, building and growing your agency, automating all of your onboarding, your recruiting, and then you've got to focus on getting them to sell like you had to back on step 2, right? So they have to repeat step 1, 2, 3, and 4 under you now. And that brings us to our step 7, is creating a white label process where you personally can take another agent and walk them through this 7 steps that you took to get to that outcome. And then as they grow, you got their downline that they created making even more money for you and making more money for your agency. Hopefully at that point, you're going to swap out your book of business with your loved ones, right? So as you get ready to exit, you want your entire book of business structure to get moved over to your sons and daughters, to your wife, to your husband, to somebody, so that they can do it. But if you know that this agency is not going to continue after you, then you have to have an exit strategy to sell your entire book of business, to sell your infrastructure. And that's where this exit strategy is included, right? Because now you've got the framework on how to do lead generation. You've got the framework on how to increase sales. You've got the framework on how to invest and write it off to keep your agents happy and growing. Then you've got the framework on business growth and business entity growth, and how to white label this whole process across the board and sell this package as a $20 million exit, as a $50 million exit, as a $100 million exit. So, for example, if you're doing, um, if you've got 150 agents under you, and they're all doing what you were doing, and they're going to make $250,000 a year, then you're literally on top of $37 million worth of annual premium that they're doing under. Now, you don't touch all of it. Maybe you're at like 15% override, but you're doing 5 million in override on your entire team. So that $5 million is within your book of business, and you've got to create a structure to pass on that book of business somewhere else. But if you go and put your book of business out on the market and it's a 6x multiple without you, because you've got another manager and you've got the infrastructure in place for lead gen, sales, recruiting, you've got all of that in place. So that's like a 6x multiple on a merger and acquisition. That's a $33 million buyout strategy that you can just sell your whole thing when you're ready to. You still got your key member policy because it's in your holding company. You've still got all of your LLCs holding your real estate. but you're just getting rid of the agency S Corp down there, right? And so you grow by 5 million a year that you're alive, or you can just sell the whole thing off for a 6x multiple and make about $30 million. So this is thinking outside of the box, seeing the end from the beginning, and building this whole thing up front. And if you follow these steps, you will absolutely get closer towards generational wealth. And if you're good at accomplishing it and you don't quit, you will eventually get to this point and you can retire within the first few years, do all of this passively, and have a great life for you, but have an infrastructure for all of your team to do a great life for them as well. And then let's assume that we're writing good books of business out there and we're writing good insurance policies on them. So the world's a better place because they got smart insurance policies. The agents are better because they're not failing. You're doing better and you've got an exit strategy and your family's doing better. So we love this entire blueprint, and it can be done by anybody within their first year of life insurance. If you're not there and you would like to know more about it, I'm so happy and eager to help you. I need to get my first 100 clients so that I can get the testimonials, proof of concept, and show that it works for somebody, not just me, but it works for other people. So I know it works for me. I did what I was supposed to do, but now I'm in the seventh phase where I'm going out and helping other people and doing it. So my days are filled with waking up, caring about you, caring about your success, and getting you there. If you need help on any of this, reach out to me by comments or contact our business or structure a meeting with us. And we're so happy. We're so eager to help you and get you there. And you don't have to pay for anything if you don't want to. And if you would like for us to help do it beside you, with you, then we've even got a plan in place to do all that. So thank you for watching all 7 videos. I'm sure it was a lot of information. Watch it as many times as it takes, or reach out to us and we'll try to make it one-to-one simple for you. Thank you so much.